Is your favorite aesthetic fascist or not? Today we're going to discuss the fisherman aesthetic today in this series. If you're new here, I'm Lindsay, and you can read this piece on why I did this series on my Substack. I'm also writing a book about politics and fashion, and I've been talking a lot about internet aesthetics, along with many other things driving fascism in this country. Let's take a look at the fisherman aesthetic and talk through my thoughts on that. This was being talked about last year, but it's very, very big this fall. Lots of chunky sweaters, lots of stripes, rain boots. It's very cozy, but in a very specific way. There's been a lot of editorials lately where people are fishing, or like the models are like pretend fishing. There's tons of like marina shots, tons of like a focus on like kind of like little fisher boats. I think this trend is really cute, and I actually have a good friend that dresses exactly like this and has for a long time, but he actually fishes. Anyway, let's dive into the critique. This aesthetic is really cute, but it's funny like how badly we crave just like hobbies and outdoor experiences and how we like aestheticize them. As someone that grew up fishing, like we all know that there's gear, but like you don't really dress the part. I feel like this aesthetic kind of goes along with like camo being back in style, and how it's like people that like grew up hunting or do hunt can tell the difference between like real camo and not. And there's nothing wrong with like experimenting with different clothes and wearing different things. Obviously, it's not what I'm critiquing. But in general, like shit is so expensive that a lot of times we don't get these experiences. You can buy this shirt on Shein for nothing. But if you actually want to go fishing and have that as your hobby, it will be more expensive. But also fishing is so much cheaper than some other hobbies. And in a time where nobody has money to pay their bills, everyone is struggling, the job market is fucking awful, kind of makes sense for people to start liking fishing again. But it's funny how we've come like full circle, because we used to hate on like the guys on the apps holding up their fish, and then now we're all wearing like stuff to look like a fisherman. So no, I don't think that the fisherman aesthetic is fascist, but it's just interesting to look at because we're all just like struggling in general financially. So like things that like tend fish, things that like in general like more like bougie people like would not buy are buying. Fishing is now like a trending activity. Dressing very minimal and very basic is very trendy. While obviously every aesthetic promotes like consumption, this is so easily thrifted. And honestly, that's what most people talk about. So no, this is not fascist. Would love to know your thoughts too.